Welcome, everybody, to another episode of the Lunch Table Podcast. And in this episode, we're going to give you our review for White House Plumbers, Episode 1, now streaming on HBO Max. This is our new review series, so stay tuned. We're going to review all 5 episodes each week. So this was a pretty good episode. To start off, Dylan, why don't you give us your thoughts?
Yeah, it was really interesting. I love historical pieces like this, political dramas. It made me want to rewatch All the President's Men or Burn After Reading. Woody Harrelson was awesome as Howard Hunt. He's just he knows how to play a detective or an informant so well. And Justin Theroux also was perfect. Mm-hmm. This is produced by the producers of one of our favorite shows, Succession.
Yeah,
and it's a cool kind of. I don't know. It's a drama, but it's funny, so it's like a comedy at the same time. But it's based around the Watergate scandal from the 70s, so it's kind of like a different perspective on it. So it's based around this group called the Plumbers, which were basically Nixon's informants that were supposed to fix leaks, and by that I mean classified document leaks, because the Daniel Ellsberg when he leaked the classified documents to the New York Times. So that's where they get the name Plumbers from. I thought that was funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, what were your thoughts on it?
Yeah, I thought it was a good show. It's going to be a short review series for us because only 5 episodes. I like the cast too. So Lena Headey, that's pretty cool to see her back. Judy Greer, that's really cool.
Donald Gleason.
Donald Gleason as well, yeah. I'm glad that he's finding some work in here in HBO. Woody Harrelson, of course, one of my favorite actors. He's awesome here. And just the time period too, it feels very authentic, which I'm really glad. Oh, we get to see Keenan Shipka. That's cool too. Mm-hmm. I don't know much about Watergate, so this could maybe be a little refresher, if you will. I don't know, but it's more humorous, so I like that. I think it's pretty witty, so it's nice. Overall, I think it's a well-rounded episode.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think the chemistry between Woody Harrelson and Justin Theroux is just it's very close. They kind of feel like Holden and Bill from Mindhunter a bit. And it's funny because they're from different, departments. Howard Hunt is from the CIA and George Liddy is from the FBI. So it's kind of like a buddy cop film in a way. And they have their own kind of way of doing things. Liddy's more like a by the books kind of guy, and Howard Hunt is a more unorthodox dude. He does a lot of things to bend the rules, right? So yeah, I just love that scene where they were at Liddy's house and he starts playing the Hitler record. He starts playing because he's I think he's part German or something. So he was like a patriot, but he starts playing this record from Hitler's speeches, and I thought it was gonna be jazz or something. I was like, damn, he probably watched Mindhunter season 2 or something.
That's too funny. Yeah, right. I know. Yeah, I wonder. Overall, and this episode was 50 minutes, so it's just that we got a little taste of it. Overall, I want to get your thoughts on what may come, because maybe it's going to be a little fast paced.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know much. I know about Watergate, but I don't know much about the Plumbers. They said this is actually pretty loyal to the actual events that unfolded, because nobody was innocent, so they aren't trying to protect anybody in this show. But it could be a little exaggerated with the family stuff. We saw Howard Hunt's family. I guess his daughter had problems or something, and it looks like he has marital issues at home as well. So maybe they just take it to the more exaggerated level. But the actual events seem pretty accurately depicted. What do you think also the portrayal of the 70s time period? Because I think it's so wonderful seeing these kind of period pieces where they show what life was back then.
Yeah, true. Yeah, that's expensive to do. I thought the costuming as well, for sure they could win some awards, because believe it or not, there are details. There's the different periods do have different costuming and the suits and stuff like that. I like the locales as well. I think that's really cool. The cars especially, and that's expensive to do as well. I'm a big fan of LETs as well, so this is pretty distinct from the other shows that we reviewed, and it does have this modern approach to LETs, but at the same time too a little bit paying homage to the time period of a little tinge or something of the color grading. So that's really cool. That's pretty nerdy for you guys. I guess you guys won't be paying attention to that, but for me, I pay attention to that.
You're such a
nerd. Yeah. But for the most part, pretty good. I mean, that's what you expect from HBO Max. I mean, their
Right.
shows are really
Mhm.
expensive in the first place. So what's a couple of suits,
Mhm.
you know? But
Right.
yeah.
Well,
yeah.
how would you rate this episode?
I would rate this episode an 8 out of 10. Solid 8 out of 10. Right now it's sitting at a 58% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Mhm.
But I feel like this warrants an 8 out of 10 for sure.
Mhm.
You know? What would
Yeah, I
you?
thought it wasn't bad. I mean, for a 55-minute episode, I got a lot of context. I got a lot of, kind of a feel for who the characters are, and it was kind of interesting. And I kind of want to see more, actually.
Mm.
And it's just funny watching them like on screen. Honestly, it's like watching I don't know, like two comedians try to
Yeah.
break into the White House or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, 8 out of 10 for me.
Cool. All right. Well, why don't you take us away?
Oh, thank you guys for sticking around for this review. We will be reviewing this week by week, as with our other HBO shows. We're still also covering Succession and Barry season 4 as well. Yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. Until then, thanks for having lunch with us.
I'll see you guys.